the therapist you're working with can't effectively take you where they haven't been themselves. One example of this is the work I did around my own mother wound. A mother wound is where we're wounded by our mothers. It's pretty common, even if our mothers didn't mean to. But here's the thing. When I was first starting out as a therapist, how I had learned to help people with mother wounds was to basically just tell them that, yep, you're right. Your mom did do the best she could, and it wasn't what you need. And the expectation is that they just learn to help hold both of those. They learn to cope with those things. And what we tell them is that all they need to do is learn to reparent themselves. The problem is that it skips over the fact that there is wounding where we didn't get what we needed. When I did my own work around my own mother wound, I was able to see that the way I was taught was effective to a degree. What I noticed after I did my work around my mother was that I was able to more effectively help people with their work around their mothers. My own stuff wasn't getting in the way because what I had been told in therapy and what I had learned in school was that my mom did the best she could and it wasn't what I needed. And here's a pile of coping skills. Move on. That wasn't enough. I needed to move emotion out of my body. As I did my work with my own mother, what I needed to do was acknowledge the ways that the inadequacy, not meant, had affected my core beliefs about myself. In experiential therapy, when we talk about how we get to the root of the problem, one of the things that we're doing is looking at what the behavior is in the here and now and what unfinished business it's tied to in our past. Low self-esteem, behaviors and patterns that we label as codependency. They all have a basis in something in our past. Someone is having the experience of people pleasing. Some younger version of themselves used that to survive. A lot of times on Instagram and social media, we see things that tie things together. If you are a people pleaser, you didn't get enough attention as a child. May be true. Not always. So we shouldn't be taking things we see on Instagram as fact.